We get the stun onto the Sobek. We're going to go ahead and grab him, bring him as far away as possible. He uses his ultimate. We're going to activate our 3. We're able to get the pick onto the Sobek. We can still possibly get a pick onto this Artemis. Thor's here. Thor's able to dash away. We're going to jump, get the stun, basic, activate our 3, get some great damage, and we're able to get a double kill, getting a pick onto that Thor. We're pretty out of mana, so I don't think we're going to be able to get the pick onto the Artemis. So we're just going to fall back and play it safe. What a do, Skibidi Boo, it's your boy Shiny B Gaming, and today we have a viewer request and a skin showcase of the heroic Husky Fenrir in Jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. If you are a returning viewer, I think Fenrir is really strong this season. At the beginning of the season, he got a buff to his 2, which allows him to gain 2 runes whenever he activates it. Whenever I'm playing ranked, Fenrir is my go-to assassin in the jungle. So let's go ahead and jump into Fenrir's kit. Starting with Fenrir's passive, every basic attack that Fenrir lands is going to provide him 1 rune. He can have a total of 5 runes. Unchained, Brutalized, and Ragnarok, his 1, 3, and ultimate gain additional benefits when used at maximum runes and the runes are consumed. Enemy gods that Fenrir kills will fully activate all of his runes, and assisting will provide him with 3 runes. Fenrir's 1, Unchained. Fenrir is going to leap forward, dealing damage to all enemies where he lands. At full runes, the leap is going to stun, and if the leap hits an enemy god, it's going to reduce its cooldown by 30%. Fenrir's 2 is a self buff that's going to provide physical power and a lifesteal buff. When he activates this, he's going to gain 2 runes. The physical power buff is 20 at level 1, 80 at level 5. The physical lifesteal is 35%, and the buff duration is 6 seconds. Fenrir's 3, Brutalize. Fenrir gains increased protections and pounces to his ground target location. If there is an enemy in the radius, he strikes them 4 times, dealing damage with each strike, and hits enemies around the target for 60% of the damage. While casting this ability, Fenrir is immune to knockups. At full runes, each strike gains 15% additional physical power scaling. The protections that he gains is going to be 5 plus 1 per level, so 6 at level 1, 25 at level 20. And finally, Fenrir's ultimate, Ragnarok. Whenever he activates this ability, he's going to grow massive in size, becoming immune to crowd control while moving faster. Fenrir bites enemy gods, dealing physical damage and carrying them away. Biting a crowd control immune target is going to deal the damage, but in the ult, at full runes, his current protections are going to double. He's going to gain 75% movement speed, and the carry duration is 2 seconds. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point into R3, level 2, put a point into R1, level 3, put a point into R2, level 4, put another point into R3. Then the way I like to do it is max out the ultimate, max out the 3, max out the 1, max out the 2. But as long as you're displacing enemies with your ultimate, you don't really need it to do a whole lot of damage. So what you could do, if you wanted, is after putting a point into your ultimate, max out the 3, max out the 1, max out the 2, then max out the ultimate. I'm going to go ahead and just hit these harpies. This Janus is very talkative, which is super unfortunate. We did miss a jump on that Vulcan a little bit earlier. If we landed that jump, I think we probably could have gotten a pick onto that Vulcan. This game, we make so many close escapes where we're in red health and we barely get away. We definitely had our wiggle shoes on this game. The magic number we are looking for is 900 gold. That's going to allow us to get the tier 2 boots. We're going to go ahead and clear this Harpy camp and then back. So I'm sure a lot of people picked up the Battle Pass, and then this is the first skin you get in the Battle Pass. So a lot of people are probably going to be wondering how to play Fenrir. Fenrir, I think, is really easy to play now that I've kind of gotten the hang of it. Fenrir used to be one of those characters that I was just absolute trash with. No matter what I did, I just couldn't figure him out, and then one day it just kind of clicked. Since it's clicked, he's become probably one of my favorite assassins. He's definitely my most played assassin in Season 8. He's really solid. You just need to watch out for a few matchups. So anything that can cancel out of your 3 is something you need to worry about. We might be fighting over here. Nope, looks like we're just going for the blue. So the Vulcan 3 can't knock us up because we're using our 3 and we're immune to knockups. An Artemis Trap or an Artemis Ultimate could cancel us out of our 3, which would be a little troublesome. The Thor 2 could cancel us out of our 3. The Vulcan has no way of canceling us. The Sobek Pluck could cancel us out of our 3. There's also a couple of other ones that come to mind. An Uller Axe can cancel you out. We're going to go ahead, blink, we missed the jump, we're going to use our ultimate that we get as beads. Basic attack, activate our 3. And we missed the basic attack. If we landed that basic attack, we would have been able to get in the pick right there. Super unfortunate. That's twice this Vulcan has barely gotten away from us. There were 2 kills that we should have had on this Vulcan that we just dropped. We take a look at Fenrir's passive. It is pretty simple. He has 5 rune spots. As you land basic attacks, you're going to gain runes. If you activate year 2, you're going to gain 2 runes. Vulcan's kind of chasing us. Oh, that's the Thor. Thor is able to get the pick onto the Janus. It's a Vulcan ult. Even though Vulcan cannot cancel us out of R3, he could just ult the ground and cause a lot of damage to us. The 3 is something that you can cancel out of if you need to get out. When you go head back, pick up the Warrior Tabi, pick up 2 wards along with 2 health potions. In terms of the start, we started with Bumba's Dagger and tier 1 of Jotunn's Wrath. Bumba's Dagger is going to provide us 50 health and 50 mana. It has a passive that your basic attacks deal 20 true damage to jungle monsters and your abilities deal 30% damage versus jungle monsters. When a jungle monster is killed, you're going to be restored for 10% of the monster's health and 25 mana. We're going to go ahead and drop the blue buff. Kind of seeing if Kukulkan is going to overstep lane. I always get Kukulkan and Cuckoo confused. Kukulkan. So we call one Kukulkan, we call the other one Cuckoo. Kukulkan is a little overstepped. He's pretty weak. We might be able to get a pick right here. We're going to activate our 2. That puts us at 4 runes. We're going to jump. Go ahead and activate our ultimate. Grab him. Bring him back to this Hades. Hades uses his ultimate. We're going to use our 3. And we're able to get the pick onto the Kukulkan. We're going to go ahead, rotate out, let Hades get the Totem of Coup. 9 out of 10 times, I don't think it's worth the jungler stopping to get Totem of Coup. I think that's something that the solo laner should be getting. Vulcan's pretty weak. We're going to go ahead, blink on him, activate our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Vulcan. Jump over the wall, and then start heading this Harpy camp. So we've shown a lot of love in mid, a little love in right. We have not shown any love over in dual lane. There's 3 people over there. We're going to rotate over. Janus goes down to our red buff. We're going to jump on this Thor, get a basic, land R3, and then we get stunned out of it, so we're just going to fall back. Our kit is on cooldown. We don't really want to fight here, so we're just going to secure this red buff. We are leaving the purple buff for our teammates to secure. If they split a camp between 3 people, it's not going to be nearly as much XP as if they split it between 2 people. Our speed is up, so we're going to start another rotation of going speed, blue, harpies. We might gank the Kukulkan, however I don't think we are this rotation. I think this skin is pretty good. He's got some daggers on this skin. His claws or his nails really stick out and look like talons.
Enemy missing middle. Okay. Thanks.
Janus says missing middle, which is really useful information as we're rotating up. So we're going to say okay, and then thank him for it. We're going to activate our 2 to get some runes going. We're going to jump, activate our 3. Thor is able to use his 1 to get away. So the 3 will follow most dashes, however Thor's 1 is more of a teleport, so it is not going to follow. We're going to go ahead and make our way to the oracles. We get the stun onto the Sobek. We're going to go ahead and grab him, bring him as far away as possible. He uses his ultimate. We're going to activate our 3. We're able to get the pick onto the Sobek. We can still possibly get a pick onto this Artemis. Thor's here. Thor's able to dash away. We're going to jump, get the stun, basic, activate our 3, get some great damage, and we're able to get a double kill, getting a pick onto that Thor. We're pretty out of mana, so I don't think we're going to be able to get the pick onto the Artemis. So we're just going to fall back and play it safe. Our speed is going to be spawning soon. We destroy the small minion at the jungle camp, so that way we can get some mana and use our 3. We're going to go ahead and pick up Jotunn's Wrath. Jotunn's Wrath is going to provide us 50 physical power, 150 mana, 10 physical penetration, which is flat penetration, and 20% cooldown reduction. It does not have a passive because the stats on this item are so strong. So the way flat penetration works is if we take a look at our physical protections, we have 47. Let's go ahead and just round up to 50 and assume that someone on the enemy team has 50 physical protections. With 10 flat penetration, we're going to be dealing damage to them as if they only had 40 physical protections. So it's acting as a 20% even though it's flat. Vulcan gets portaled. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3. There's his ultimate. We're going to use our ultimate, grab him, and we're able to get the pick on him with the damage from our ultimate. Our teammates are able to secure the Greater Scorpion at Gold Fury. That's going to enhance our purple and our red buff. We're going to loop behind this Thor. Activate our 3. He's able to stun us out of it. We are the highest level in the lobby, so we're doing a pretty good job farming up. Yeah, this skin looks like Fenrir's just got some cool armor going on. I really think the coolest part of the skin are his claws. They're really noticeable when I was dancing at the beginning of the video. We go ahead and drop the red buff, run it back. If we take a look at the speed timer above our health bar, it's currently at around 10 seconds. If you back when it's at 20 seconds, you should be able to arrive at the speed right as it is spawning. We're going to go ahead and start working on Hydra's Lament.
Your middle tower is under attack. Enemy missing right. Enemy missing left.
We're going to go ahead and secure the blue buff. If Cuchulainn oversteps, we might turn back around and go for him. He's kind of overstepped. He is transformed. We're going to rotate up. We do have our blink if we need it. We have 0 runes, so we're not going to be able to get a stun. We're going to go ahead and grab him, bring him under tower, and get the pick onto the Cuchulainn. If you're any kind of assassin that has an ultimate that requires the enemy to use beads, you definitely want to check to see who has beads and who does not. Cuchulainn does have some CC immunity in his kit from his ultimate, So if we were concerned that he might use his ultimate and force us to bite him while he's CC immune, we can just hang out in our ultimate before biting him. We were thinking about rotating left, but it looks like they were under tower, so we're just going to rotate back to mid. Vulcan's here. We're going to use our jump. We land right on his meatball. Thor's here. We're in a little bit of trouble. We're losing a lot of health. We're going to wiggle. Artemis is here. 15 health. We're going to use our 1, use our 3. Our 3 is like a nice little mini jump. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate to gain 75% increased movement speed. We are still being chased by this Thor. Oh, we barely get out of there. We're going to go ahead pick up Hydra's Lament. That is the first of many close escapes this game. I don't think I've ever escaped so many times in a single game. But Hydra's Lament is going to provide us 40 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction, and 10 MP5.
Enemy missing right.
It has 2 passives. The first one is for 8 seconds after using an ability, your next basic attack will deal an additional 40% damage. Abilities that function like basic attacks do not benefit from this. The second passive is this item grants 2.5 MP5 for 10% of your missing mana. We're really picking up this item for its first passive of being able to get some additional damage in between abilities. I think Vulcan's on red. We missed the stun. We're going to go ahead and ult him. He uses his bees, so we're just going to fall back. Thor and Sobek here. This is looking like a bad situation for us. We're going to use our 3 to avoid the knockout from the Sobek. Luckily, Artemis is not chasing us. Thor's here, though. We're going to use our 3. That was 50 health. And we're able to get away yet again. We are going to start working on Void Shield. I think Void Shield is a really solid item, especially going into a team that has 3 physical characters.
A misstep indeed.
We're going to hit Harpies until our speed comes up. We have our ultimate in 3 seconds. Q-Colon is pretty close to the tower. We're going to rotate up. Thor is nearby. We have 2 runes. We miss our jump. We're going to activate our 3 onto the Q-Colon. Able to get some good damage. We're going to knock him immune. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. That's a beads from him. We're going to go ahead and jump. Activate our 3. And Hades is able to secure the pick. We're just going to go ahead and back, pick up the tier 2 of Void Shield, restore our mana, and then make our way to speed buff.
You cannot rescue everyone.
So as a jungler, if you are purely farming, it is very hard for anybody on the team to pass you in level. However, if you're getting kills, that means you're not farming. So there are windows for other people to get level leads on you. Which is partly why I think jungle is the most interesting role. You can just farm, or you can try to get kills and set your team up. We get hit by an Artemis trap, we're in a little bit of trouble. We use our beats to get away. We have our ultimate in a few seconds. Sobek's able to get the pick onto the Hades. We're going to jump, get the stun, land a basic, activate our 3. We're able to get the pick onto the Vulcan. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate, grab the Artemis, uses her beads. We get plucked, we're going to jump into jungle. 290 health, we're going to blink. And it looks like we're able to make another escape. If that Artemis didn't have beads right there, we probably would have gotten a double kill. think Gold Fury is open, so we're going to start working on it. So we were able to secure the Gold Fury. That's going to give everyone on our team some gold. There are 3 types of Gold Furies: a regular Gold Fury, a Primal Fury, and an Oni Fury. The Primal Fury is going to give your team a stacking buff that allows you to deal more damage to jungle monsters. This includes Harpies, Colored Camps, Gold Furies, Pyromancer, and the Fire Giant. The other is an Oni Fury, which is going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane. That's really going to allow you to push up each lane. So we went ahead and we picked up Void Shield. Void Shield is going to provide us 20 physical power, 60 physical protections, and 150 health. It has a passive that enemy gods within 55 units have their physical protection reduced by 15%.
Retreat right lane. On my way.
You go ahead and rotate right. They're both pretty tanky boys, so there's probably not too much we're going to be able to do. We're just going to secure the blue buff.
On my way. Enemy missing middle.
We missed the stun. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. He was able to use his ultimate to get CC immunity, so we were unable to carry him away. Thor is the best target for us. Use our jump, we're going to use our 3. So that gets some good damage on us. We wiggle so he can't pluck us. It's a taunt from Erlong. We're going to activate our 2. Currently at 4 runes, we're going to get a basic attack. Now we're at 5 runes. We're going to go ahead and clear this minion wave. Vulcan rotates in. Vulcan is the best target for us. We jump, we get the stun, basic, activate R3, he uses his Aegis, we're in a little bit of trouble. Oh, we take a lot of damage right there. We're in a loop behind, we're still kind of in this fight. We're going to go ahead and steal away the enemy blue buff. Nope, we were just getting runes. We're going to jump, get the stun, activate R3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Vulcan. Thor is here. We are able to blink the Thor ult. Get off me, Thor. We use our ultimate to avoid the stun. He uses his blink. Love to see it. Add it to the barely escaped tally.
You cannot rescue everyone.
Our speed is up. We're going to go ahead and back. So we are level 20. We start buying Ancile or Ancile. Oh, we do. We had enough money for Bumba's hammer. Bumba's hammer would have been a much better buy in that situation. So let's talk cooldown, because we are going to be going over the limit, and I'm aware of that, and I think that's okay. So Jotunn's is going to provide us 20. Hydra's is going to provide us 10. Ancile is going to provide us another 10. So that's going to put us at 40%, which is the cap. Then Bumba's hammer is going to provide us 20%, which would put us at 60%, which is 20% over the cap. So once we have Hydra's and Ancile and Bumba's hammer online, we're going to sell Jotunn's and then pick up a different item. However, Jotunn's is currently providing us more power than our boots. So what we want to do is we want to buy the movement speed potion, sell our boots, pick up an item, then sell Jotunn's. We're going to jump, we get the stun, basic, activate our 3. The reason we were activating a basic in between each ability is because of Hydra's Lament, and also just because it does more damage. I think that Vulcan's going to get away. We're going to do everything in our power to prevent it. Janus is able to snipe him with an ultimate. We get plucked, we get stunned, we use our beads, taking a decent amount of damage. We're still kind of in this fight. There's an Artemis, that's a good target for us. We're going to jump, get the stun, basic, activate our 3. to use their ultimate, but it goes forward. Thor's here, we get stunned. Oh no. Oh no, 66 health. We jump. We use our blink. We use our 3, and we're able to get away again. We definitely should have died a few times this game.
Not a chance. Their naivete cost them their lives.
I have had games where I get more kills than we do this game. However, I feel like this game was pretty close. Like, the enemy team was putting up quite the battle. We were putting up quite the battle. Just felt like a good game. We had to work for our kills. Our kills weren't just given to us. We are at level 20, so we're not that concerned about rotations and trying to get farm. It is going to be helpful to get gold and try to finish off our build. However, we don't need it for the level. So we're going to start focusing on warding the objectives and trying to get picks so we can go for an objective. They're able to get the Primal Fury. We're going to start working on the Pyromancer. And then here is a big call. They're over at Primal. They just heard us get Pyro. We're going to start working on the Fire Giant. If they rotate over, they can kill us and then secure it. If not kill us, definitely secure it. But we have our Hunter here. We have physical protections from the Void Shield. So we're going to start working on Fire Giant. And it looks like it pays off because we're able to secure it. 2-person secure feels good. Was quite the call. And we're going to go ahead and back. Look at his daggers. They're like twice the length of his fingers. And we picked up Ancile. Once again, we should have gone Bumba's Hammer instead of Ancile. Bumba's Hammer is such a strong item that if you can complete it at any point in your build, you absolutely should, over pretty much any other item. Ancile is going to provide us 60 physical power, 30 magical protections, 10% cooldown reduction, and it has a passive that whenever you take magical damage from an enemy, you're going to unleash a shockwave that silences all enemies within a range of 30 units for 1 second. This can only occur once every 30 seconds. I'm surprised we don't have Bumba's Hammer. I can't believe we didn't buy that as soon as we could. We get the stun, we get hit by a Vulcan ultimate, 88 health, we use our ultimate to just dip, dodge the Vulcan 3. We're being chased by Vulcan, we're going to use our 3, use our jump, and we're able to get away. Hades is in a little bit of trouble, but we're just going to keep falling back. Even though nobody's chasing us, we're still not convinced, so we're just going to keep running. Looks like everyone is trying to defend on the enemy team, so we're actually going to push this right lane a little bit. Activator 2 to get that 35% lifesteal. We have a decent amount of health. Maybe we should try to rotate back to left. I do have comms with this Uller and Hades. We were playing together. I'm gonna go ahead and clear the mini wave, then start working on this Phoenix. 3 people are rotating over towards me, so I tell my teammates over in left, like, hey, I've got at least 2 over here. You guys could probably push that Phoenix. We miss our stun and activate our 3. We gotta use our ultimate, pull the Thor, bring him into the jungle, uses his stun, 68 health, we jump, we 3, and we're able to get away again. I think that's honestly like the 5th time this game we've been in red health and we've been able to get out.
Okay.
We were in yellow for that Thor ult, but like if that landed, we were dead.
An enemy has been slain.
So we have the full 5. It's really a grouping of 4 up there. They have 2 down. We're going to forget about camps and then rotate up to the team fight.
Your enemies are falling left and right.
On my way.
So we did pick up Bumba's hammer. Bumba's hammer is going to provide us 300 health, 200 mana, 10% physical penetration, and 20% cooldown reduction. We're going to jump onto this Vulcan, basic, activator 3, and we're able to pick onto the Vulcan. Bumba's hammer has a passive that after casting an ability, your next basic attack deals an additional 80 true damage. After hitting a basic attack powered by Bumba's hammer, your active cooldowns are going to be reduced by 1 second, and you're healed for 5% of your maximum health. We use our ultimate, we get the pull onto the Deku Colon. And the enemy team surrenders. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. The stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.